First things first, I would like to congratulate the Los Angeles Lakers for winning the 2020 NBA championship. Yes, it was a very good run. The bubble had its ups and downs and everything. But yes, congratulations to the 2020 NBA champions, Los Angeles Lakers. Now that we've gotten all that out the way, it's time to go in. It's time to go in, man. Oh my lord. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Los Angeles Clippers. Doc Rivers. Patrick Beverley. Paul George, Montrezl Harrell. I'm going to leave Kawhi Leonard out of this until the end of the video. Because the whole team is about to get all of this. Whole team is about to get criticized, man. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Man. After all that hype, after all that excitement, after all that anticipation, man, after all that, and you lose in the second round. Not only do you lose in the second round, you blow a 3-1 lead. What was that about? Cancun on three? Patrick Beverley? Huh? Where you going for vacation, man? Where you going? Oh, you can't even go nowhere. It's still a pandemic. We still in the pandemic, brother. Where you going? Nowhere. And you ain't going nowhere now. You wasn't going nowhere in the NBA. Oh my gosh, what a disappointment. What a disappointment. To go out like that is just insane. Oh my gosh. First of all, let's go back to the first series. Let's go back to round one. Now, the Clippers, every great team has a bad reputation. Every great team has a bad reputation just off rip. Just because they're good. You know what I mean? That's just natural. They can be the nicest guys in the world. Every team is going to have a bad reputation. That's just how it is. But the Los Angeles Clippers shot themselves directly in the foot. I've never seen a team shoot themselves more in the foot than I've seen the Los Angeles Clippers do this season. Now, in the first round of the playoffs, they went up against the Dallas Mavericks, right? And it was a pretty entertaining series. The only problem was Kristaps Porzingis was injured for a majority of it. Luka Doncic was hurt as well. You know what I mean? So we didn't really get to see the full potential of the Dallas Mavericks. But they still won 2 games against the Clippers. You know what I mean? They still won 2 games. Now, let me say this. In the beginning of the season, before, the pandemic, before we had all this, just awful year of 2020, the Los Angeles Clippers were looked at as either favorites or second favorites to win the championship off rip. Rightfully so. Just look at them on paper. You know what I mean? Kawhi, Paul George, Patrick Beverley, Montrezl Harrell. You had Landry Shamet, Doc Rivers as your head coach, Reggie Jackson. I mean, this team is pretty good. Pretty good. Lou Williams, how could I forget about Lou Williams? How could I forget Lou Williams? You're coming. Your time is coming, son. How could I forget about Lou Williams? You know what I mean? So on paper, this team looks really good. So rightfully so, they should be favorites or second favorites. You know what I mean? But so here's the thing. I'm pretty sure you guys know about the little beef that Damian Lillard had with the Los Angeles Clippers and everything. Patrick Beverley was talking, Paul George was talking, the family got involved and all that. They were talking about how, we're going home in the first. You're either not going to the playoffs or you're going home in the first round. and all that. And it's like, it's a whole bunch of drama, bull crap. They're not going to see each other in the playoffs. Who really cares? You know what I'm saying? Who really cares? Until the first round happened, and Paul George just completely stunk it up. I mean, just, oh my goodness. Oh my god. And the reason why I'm saving Kawhi Leonard for last, because he was actually pretty good in the between games. I'll say, like, they played 13 games in the playoffs. I say the first 11 games he was the best player in the whole playoffs, in all the playoffs. Best player, right? So yeah, Paul George in the first round was awful, just awful. I mean, this dude was shooting like having like 10 points, 8 points, something like that. I'm just like, bro, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Is your shoulder still hurt? Bro, that was last year's excuse. That was last year's excuse. The Thunder, man, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And Patrick Beverley, first team all defense. Where's that dog? Where's that dog in you, man? Allowing Luka Doncic to drop 40 on y'all twice? Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. And how y'all let these dudes beat y'all, man, twice? You know what I mean? Come on, man. It's supposed to be the dog of dogs. The dogs of dogs. Los Angeles Clippers. And, oh my gosh, man. They got beat by the Nuggets. They got sent home by the Nuggets. By the Nuggets. Now, it was already set on First Take, but I think it's at least 80% true. There's still some other options out there, but it's at least 80% true. This might be the biggest choke job in NBA history, man. In NBA history, this might be biggest or second greatest choke job ever. Now, look, the Nuggets though, the Nuggets. Now put all this into perspective. Clippers, your favorites, second favorites at least. You know what I mean? Come in third or fourth, second seed or whatever. We don't really take the seeding seriously. You know what I'm saying? LeBron proved that to us. Don't take the seeding seriously. Don't take them seriously at all. So we get to the playoffs. You know what I mean? Get past the Mavericks. Not really that easy or whatever. Paul George just looked like a complete scrub. You know, all that Montrez calling Luka a white boy. And all that controversy, all that jazz. Patrick Beverley stay talking. Lou Williams don't want to be in a bubble. And Kawhi's just straight dominating. And yeah. You know what I mean? Whole bunch of hoorah. And then we get to the second round. And honestly, I'm just thinking this is about to be business as usual. Even with Kawhi Leonard Paul George struggling. This is about to be business as usual. I mean, the Nuggets, think about it. Name me one player on the Nuggets or the Mavericks who was a good perimeter defender. Name me one. You can't. So I mean, you can't name me any good perimeter defenders on the Nuggets because there aren't any good. Y'all know what a good perimeter defender is, okay? There aren't any good perimeter defenders on the Nuggets. You know what I mean? So who was stopping Kawhi Leonard from dropping 40? Who was stopping Paul George from dropping 40? Who was stopping Lou Williams from dropping 40? Nobody. But somehow the Nuggets did it. The Nuggets did it, man. They did it. They really did it. It's crazy. It's really crazy how you can talk so much when you're at the top, and then when you're at the bottom, you get put in your place, and then you have nothing to say. Nothing. I have yet to hear a word from Paul George or Patrick Beverley. Humble words come out of their mouths after they just got the whooping of their lives. Man, I have yet to hear a word come out of their mouths. Now, here's the history behind this. Doc Rivers. There are not many instances where a team has blown a 3-1 lead. Doc Rivers has 3 of them. That's embarrassing. That's terrible right there. That's just embarrassing right there. You know what I mean? You have 3 instances where you have blown a 3-1 lead as a head coach? Nah, come on, man. We're going all the way back to 2003 when he was coaching T-Mac, Tracy McGrady, one of the greatest players of all time. and you blown a 3-1 lead. Let's go back to 2015 when you had Chris Paul and Blake Griffin in their primes. This was prime Chris Paul and Blake Griffin. And you blow a 3-1 lead to a Houston Rockets team with James Harden barely even being James Harden. How? And then you do it against the Nuggets. Now here's the thing that's making me mad. It's not really the 3-1 lead. It's not really, you know, they choked. It's the fact that they lost to the Nuggets. The Nuggets. Now the Nuggets aren't scrubs. But be real with me, y'all. Be real with me. Do the Nuggets have a LeBron James? Do the Nuggets have a Giannis Antetokounmpo? Do the Nuggets even have an Anthony Davis? No. Nikola Jokic is nice. Jamal Murray is nice, but I mean, they're not first team options. You know what I mean? They're not first team options. Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, they're really good players, but they're not players you would think, oh yeah, I want that guy. I want him as my main guy. You're not thinking that. So I'm just baffled how they have these two guys just completely obliterate the Clippers. I don't know, man. I don't know. I could be tripping. I really could, but the job that these guys did, the number they put on the Clippers is incredible. It's incredible what they did. I mean, and these aren't like, you know, wire to wire games we're talking about. We're talking about games from games 1 through 5. You know, it was Clippers. It was Clippers, Nuggets, Clippers. You know what I'm saying? I'm like I said, I'm sitting here thinking like this is business as usual, and then they start losing. And we're talking about games 6. Now we're talking about games 5, 6, and 7, right? 5, 6, and 7. And these dudes, they had these massive leads. Not massive. We're talking about like 10 plus leads, 10 point plus leads, and they're just losing them. I'm just like, what are y'all doing? Y'all are supposed to be the Los Angeles Clippers, man. We got some dogs on our team. Right? All-time defensive great. Montrez, Pat Bev, talking all this. Paul George talking all this. I'm just like, and y'all got a defensive-minded head coach? What's going on? This should be, like I said, business as usual. This should be business. This should be cakewalk to y'all. And y'all lost. 3 straight games. And let me just finish on Paul George real quick, because I be clowning him a lot, but man, Paul George, 3 straight years. You leave the Pacers to go to the Thunder. I wasn't mad at that. I wasn't mad at that at all. You know what I mean? It's like, Pacers, I'm not really in them with y'all. You know what I mean? And then you go to the Thunder to join up with Carmelo and Russ. I'm like, okay. Y'all lose in the first round, y'all lose in the first round to a rookie. A rookie y'all let Donovan Mitchell drop like 40 on y'all twice. Oh my gosh. And then the next year, y'all let Damian Lillard hit a walk-off game winner on you. You were guarding Damian Lillard. You let him hit a walk-off game winner on you. Dropped a 50 bomb on you. The game winner was the 50 piece. That was the 50 piece. A walk-off game. He waved goodbye to you. And they won 4-1. Embarrassing. Coming to the playoffs this year, you know what I mean? I don't recall any history of nagging injuries or anything like that. So I'm thinking, okay, he should be good to go. Coming playoffs, you already sucking. You already like just straight trash. In the first round, I'm just like, bro, who on the... Like I said, no good perimeter defenders on the Mavericks. Just straight trash. You know what I'm saying? Kawhi Leonard just completely carrying the whole team at this point. And then we get to the second round. You start showing signs a little bit, but, you know, you showed your true self in Game 7. 10 points, 4 of 15. Bravo, sir. Bravo. Shout out Playoff P, man. You've done well. You've done just well for the NBA community, man. You just splendid. Now let's talk about Kawhi Leonard. Oh my gosh. Kawhi. Man, oh man. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I don't want to talk down on you, because you didn't do anything like what Patrick Beverley and Paul George would do. You wasn't talking. You was just straight hooping. You were carrying the team. You had the team on your back. On your back. You know what I mean? You had the team straight on your back. Everything was going well. You know what I mean? You were looking like you were the best player in the playoffs at the time. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, who can stop you? Like, the Clippers are stoppable, but who can stop you? Until we get to game 6 and 7 of the second round, bro. Oh my gosh. Kawhi. Bro. What happened? What happened, man? Look, going to game 7, I was thinking, okay, Kawhi's about to just go off. I don't expect nothing from Paul George. Like, Paul George gave me exactly what I expected. Absolutely nothing. But Kawhi, I expected like at least 30 to 40 from you, man, because you're capable of that. You're good like that, man. You're good like that, bruh. You know what I mean? And you just come out and drop 14 in the playoff elimination game. Especially y'all was down, y'all was up 3-1 and then lose a 3-1 lead. I'm expecting at least 40 out of you, bruh. So I can't leave you off the hook, man. I can't leave you off the hook. This is, like Stephen A. Smith said, this is one of the biggest choke jobs in NBA history, man. As the best player on the team, you cannot allow that to happen. I don't care if your teammate is bad as Paul George. I don't care if your teammates suck as bad as Patrick Beverley. I don't care if your teammate is as terrible as Montrezl Harrell. As the best player on the team, you cannot allow your team to be up 3-1 and then lose that 3-1 lead, and then in game 7 you only score 14 points and still lose in horrible fashion, getting blown out by the Nuggets while having multiple double-digit leads in the three straight games you lost. That's a choke job right there. You know what I mean? I can't leave you off the hook, bro. You got to do better, bro. You got to do better, man. And the thing is, this is really Kawhi Leonard's like first serious choking situation where he is just like completely shut down. But at the same time, this is Kawhi Leonard's first time being the main player on a championship team. You know what I'm saying? But with pressure. You know, he was, of course, he was the guy on Toronto last year. But I mean, look, he had Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam. You know what I mean? Those are some real dogs right there. I mean, not Pascal Siakam this season, but last season. You know what I mean? He can get it done. You know, when you have a team, a bunch of idiots, you know that, bro. You gotta do it. You gotta do it, man. You gotta do it. It's the best player on the team in a serious situation. You gotta show up, bro. You gotta show up. But yeah. Here's what I think was gonna happen with the Clippers. Here's what I think they should do. Doc Rivers could potentially be fired. I could definitely see him being fired. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I do or I don't want him to be fired. I honestly do not care. But I could definitely see him being fired by the end of the season. I mean, bro, you've been the Clippers head coach for how long? 7 to 8 years, and no conference finals with the talent you have had, sir. That's a no-go. That's a no-go. If I'm the owner, I'm seriously looking at his resume. I'm looking at his record. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I don't know, man. We might have to go in a different direction. But if I'm the Clippers, what can you really do? I'm just thinking about it. What can you really do? Honestly, you can't. If you trade one of the players, I mean, what are you really gonna get? What are you gonna get? You literally traded all your draft picks for Paul George. I believe you traded some draft picks for Kawhi Leonard too, but you literally traded all of your draft picks. So, good luck trying to trade Montrezl Harrell, who only averaged 2 rebounds. But he's a dog, though. I digress. I digress. But good luck trading Montrezl Harrell. Good luck signing him to a big contract. Good luck trading a plus 30 Lou Williams, who only averaged 10 points in the series against the Nuggets. I mean, good luck trading Paul. I know y'all not going to trade Kawhi Leonard. That'll just be foolish. Good luck trading Paul George, who you literally gave up like 8 draft picks for. Good luck doing all that. But the only moves I see the Clippers doing is possibly firing Doc Rivers. That's the only thing I actually see them potentially doing. Other than that, I don't think they should make any more moves. I don't think they are going to make any more moves. But yeah, Clippers, you guys got, oh my gosh, you guys got to make a statement next season, man. You can't go out like that. You cannot go out like that. And you guys are like, come on, man. You're supposed to face the Los Angeles Lakers. Y'all were supposed to face the Lakers and couldn't get it done. Battle of LA. I don't really like storylines, but come on. Come on. What's a bigger storyline than literally, I mean, it could have been New York and Brooklyn, or LA. What's a bigger storyline than that? Are you kidding me? That's all I got to say about the Clippers, man. Look, they just straight up choked. There's no going around them. There's no going around it. They just straight up choked, man. I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? As I said in the beginning of the video, congratulations to the Los Angeles Lakers for winning the 2020 NBA championship. I believe LeBron James was the finals MVP, so congratulations to LeBron James for winning his 4th NBA championship and his 4th finals MVP. He's the first player in NBA history to win a championship with 3 different franchises, so congratulations to him. And I will see you guys next season. And yeah, man, as always, shout out, playoff.